Hello there guys, my name is Jacobite007 and welcome back to Jacobite007 Studios, where today we are here to bring you episode, I believe is 6 of SimCity. Now let me start this episode by telling you what I have done off camera today, if I can get to the right page. So I've added a second school as the high crime rates were increasing, so I've added a high school there. It says second school. Well, I mean technically it is because we've got a university as well. But I did have to add another police station in due to the cells being full, and I realised it was because we didn't have another, we got rid of our college and our grade school. So we've got a high school to get students off the streets. I've added school bus stops around the new part of town. Over here, if we go to education, there is absolutely loads of bus stops now, so if anyone ever dares say to me that they didn't or couldn't make it to school, they will now. They definitely will, because I was getting a lot of people complaining about that. I've added a police station due to the capacity, as I said just a minute ago. So I've added two. I did max that out, but then I decreased it as time went on. I've added trees around the pollution, and as you will see on the map of ground pollution, there is no more pollution. This is absolutely brilliant for our city. I've literally, as you can probably tell by the money in the population, I've literally sat here and just focused on making sure people are happy, making sure we're getting money coming in, focusing less on the money, to be honest, more about the population, and just making sure that time goes by so we have no pollution over here. I mean, you can see a tiny bit there. But yeah, I mean, absolutely wonderful. We can start putting industry over here now. I deleted freight depot at the trade depot, so there was a square here that used to be the freight depot. I don't know what you call it, a freight warehouse. There we go. So I deleted the freight warehouse because I realised that some of the commercial areas wasn't getting enough freight. So in order to allow that to happen, I stopped the factories importing to this freight warehouse, and instead of that importing to the city. I added 2 sectors of industry, although, yeah, I think last episode we only had these 2, so I've added 2 more, purely because I'll be trying to grow some areas of the towns. I've plopped a small commercial area near the entrance, which is over here, and that is down to the fact that, and over there as well, although that was temporarily put there, so that's not going to stay there. I did put this here only because I did want to. I had people over here saying that they couldn't find any shops or parks because obviously they are quite a block away from them. So I thought it won't help. It won't harm anyone in having just a few stores over here. So as you can see, there's a garage station, a shopping market, I guess, and a bank. I've added 3 sewage plots. Or was it 2? I think it might be 2. 3, I can't remember how many I had in the last episode. But that's how it looks now. I've added 1 water tank, only because to this episode I want to put the energy area over here, because obviously the research did finish. I added / deleted a few parks around here. So I edited this one, for example. I changed the park, I changed the park, I changed the park. The research finished on the turbine, which I was just saying, so we can look into doing that energy today. And we unlocked an upgrade on the government, as you will see our town hall, city hall I think it is, city hall, isn't it? It's got an upgrade. And obviously what we're going to do is add the Department of Safety, purely because obviously people are starting to complain about crime rates, for example. There's quite a lot of people who are... Well, there's quite a lot of criminals about, to be honest. So we are going to plop that one down. And obviously tourism and transportation, we can literally add it in another... in the other city that we have, because obviously as you can see the next upgrade is 292,000 residents, and that's going to take a hell of a long time to get up to that. It took us a long time, it took us 6 episodes to get to 93,000. So yeah, as you can see off camera I have dedicated my time into making sure we have lots of money and lots of people. The reason as to why we've got so much money is because obviously as the population has grown, the income tax for the residential has gone up, and obviously because there's more people, so more people are being taxed, and due to the fact that we have the trade depot, so we have alloy, metal and plastics going out at these prices per 10 tons or 2,000 crates per time. So that's going to be one of the reasons as to why we have so much money. I'll tell you now, because I don't think I've said this before. The purpose of this city, Eco City, is, or was, to start me off. It was to enable me to have enough cash in order to develop Trinity Bay, I think it's called over here, into our actual residential city. This city, once that one has been complete, so obviously in that one we won't have a university, or we might even have a university, obviously because it's going to be one of our main cities. But it won't have stuff like in fact, it's not even about what it hasn't got. It's about what this city has got. So obviously we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 upgrades on the city hall, which is education, finance, safety, and utilities, which has also enabled us to. Oh, I don't know why that says that. Which has enabled us to then go straight to that city. So basically, this city has allowed us to have enough money to send over to this city here, Trinity Bay, and just instantly start plopping down avenues, instantly start putting down infrastructure without having to wait. So that's going to be something I can do instantly in those episodes where we focus on that city. In this episode, though, this will be the last episode that we are working on Eco City. I realised as time went on, obviously as you can see, like the happiness, I solely put all my time to making sure every single one of these houses was green. Which in itself actually helped the whole city, because obviously it says 86% approval rating, which is absolutely incredible, as we had like 70 when we first started. So because the whole point of this area was to literally grow it into skyscrapers, because what I was going to do is demolish all of this area over here. A couple of places over here aren't getting enough freight, so I think it's just because we need industry over here. I mean, we could plot one there, but we're not going to focus on that because we don't really need it at the moment. But yeah, the sole purpose of this area was literally I was waiting for skyscrapers to pop up, and as you can see, there is one small one there, and obviously 1, 2, 3 huge ones here. So things are looking up this side of the city, and if we go into land value, I've increased the land value in the centre to be wealthy, and then obviously on the outside it's going to be medium wealth. Again, I wasn't too focused on this side of the city, so if we do go on to the happiness chart, the houses over here are naturally happy because obviously they're the rich. But when we get out here and along this specific commercial strip, you'll see that they aren't getting enough freight because they're too far away from the industry. And over here I've just sort of let grow. So yeah, I'm in a bit of a dilemma because I want to recreate this area so badly, but because we are at 93,000 and we have the money coming in urgently and quickly, I'm not going to do it until we've finished that city, because once we've finished that city will be generating a hell of a lot of profit. I mean, we could even make it into a gambling city. However, obviously this city will be generating enough money in order to start Norwich Hills and to transform this whole city into like a tourist city maybe, or a heavy industry. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but the possibility is there. So when we're going to focus away from the actual statistics of this city now and focus more on what it needs to be able to be finished and what we need out of it in order to go over to that city. So we're going to start by putting some wind turbines over here, and we need to match, because obviously as you can see we've got 94,000 people, possibly even 100 by the time we're finished, to power So wind turbines, if you're familiar with them, aren't that powerful. So we are literally going to have to make sure that these big turbines, because I've never played with them before, to make sure that they do generate enough power. And I have saved myself some room in order to let that happen. The sewage treatment plant is maxed out the way I want it, so you can have a maximum of 7, but that's the way I want it. I believe you can put 4, oh no, 6, but I'm going to keep it like that just because obviously we are pumping water out of the ground. We don't need to have a lot because we don't have that many people to produce water to. To be honest, I think the sewage treatment plant and the water will be good until we reach about 200,000 or maybe 300,000. The dump is getting quite full, so I am going to turn this back on. Off camera, I did turn it off, only because obviously as soon as the dump was going in here, as soon as the rubbish was going in there, try that one again, the rubbish was instantly being burned, which I don't want to happen. I want to make sure that it's obviously gradually being filled, and we could, before we even start putting in the power, is making sure that we have another dump as sort of like a overflow zone. I wonder if we can then delete that. Take that one. Okay, so do that off there, and we'll obviously pop that one there. So that one is going to remain open because obviously whilst we're working busily away at that city over there, we want to make sure that we don't come into any problem. Well, we want to make sure we come into the least problems possible. Off camera, I did run into 2 natural disasters. There was a tornado that ran from this street over to here, but unfortunately they only took out these 2 houses. They didn't affect anything else. And then I got a meteor strike which only affected a park here. As you can see, obviously that's why they are changed. If you actually look as well, our industry is absolutely superb. They are the highest of the highest. The tech level is smashing. They are superb, absolutely superb. I mean, this factory here is so economically friendly. I mean, they've even got grass on the roof, industrial labs, so they're going to be producing a lot of stuff for our city that's important. And as you can see, we are running into major traffic problems. The reason as to why we are running into traffic problems is purely because of these roads here. The junctioning off, purely because obviously the cars are going to have to stop here at the traffic light. So obviously they get the traffic through here, stop there, and then stop there, and then stop here, and then stop there, and then stop here, and then stop there, and then stop here, and then stop there, and then stop here. So as you can tell from my voice, it's a stop-start situation, and that's why it gets so busy. Unfortunately, I don't think I can upgrade these roads anymore. Oh no, I can, but I don't want to at the moment. The reason for the upgrade is because of a streetcar. They have the same amount of lanes. The perk is basically a high density streetcar, which we could look into the next time we come into this city, which will be wonderful. The fire station I believe is maxed out. The medic centre isn't maxed out, but we're only treating 6 people, so it's okay. I did realise last episode that we do have this one as well, that I didn't delete. So I mean, but we are earning way more money than sense. So education is costing us a lot of money, but that's fine. Police is costing us a lot of money in health. So they're all good because obviously the only thing that's costing me, the only thing that's making my life worse is the criminals. It's not actually being like the flus, as you can see, like not many people at all. I mean, I think we can see 2 injured, but that's it for the whole of the city. And then fires, that one might be an abandoned building. Yeah, that's an abandoned building, but everywhere is at risk, but everywhere is always at risk in this game. So I mean, they do tend to have a lot of courage. I haven't been deleting a lot of buildings that have been burning down. Again, not enough freight. That will be a problem over in that area. Nevertheless, we are going to delete these 2 parks here, which might upset the people, but they go. One car will, or should, give them positive feelings about the city. Okay, 15 megawatts. I mean, that is not a lot at all, is it? 15 megawatts is only 10 extra onto the large horizontal ones. So, I mean, they're going to be bigger as well, aren't they? Oof. Okay, so we're going to have to work on where we're going to put them. We can have this road going out there. I do want to make sure we have enough as most as possible. Unfortunately, we can't fit one there, which is a bit of a bummer, but it doesn't really matter too much. Again, we're not going to fit that many in, so I'm not even sure if it was worth doing it, to be honest, guys. Go ahead and add that one there. Add 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4, 5, 6. Now I think that's going to be the maximum we can get out of that area. I mean, we could see. No, it's not going to let us. Nope, just simply won't. Just simply won't. I was going to see if I could add one further up, a tad more, like up here, but unfortunately we can't. How much do they? So that's 15. 15 times by 6 is 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90. So that here is producing 90, or should be producing 90 megawatts, which is okay. But if we come over here, how much is this producing? 225. I mean, this is incredible. To compete with that, I mean, we're gonna have to have a massive, massive farm. Trying to think what we can do. We could literally just have a power plant running all across there, providing a lot of power to the city. We'll go ahead and do that. See how that works out. Because I do really do want to have wind in this. Oh, it might have made that a bit too smaller. Yeah, we'll go ahead and delete that. I mean, we literally do not have to worry about money anymore. Money is becoming less and less worrying because obviously we are producing so much of it now. We go ahead and speed up time. So I'm literally going to extend this road out all the way to the. I might even go here. Let's see if we can fit. Oh, look at that, beautiful, loads of space. Okay, how much do these actually cost? So minus 170 an hour, and it's 20,000. That is absolutely crazy. Compared to 60. I mean, we're gonna have to do it because we've invested now. But I mean, if you're looking for power for your city, guys, don't go for wind. That's for sure. We're gonna go ahead and delete that one there. We don't really need to worry about the minus, going into the minus at the moment. 2 reasons, obviously, because we do have quite a lot of money, and for the pure factor that we will be deleting the coal power plant. So I mean, that will give us extra. Oh, I thought I would have. Never mind. See if we can stretch out. Okay, we'll stop it at there, and then what we'll do is come back and do like another square part of this section to it. Awesome. So we can go ahead and delete those roads. I mean, we could even connect that to there if we wanted to. I don't know whether... It might not let me do it though. Right, okay. We'll add it there. Why not? Although, that looks awful. Let's not do that. Right, so how much power is this producing now? 157. 157, 225, 157, 157, so we need another 25, 40, 50, 60, so we need another 60, so it might even be worth filling all of this in. How much does this produce? 15. So we'll go ahead and add a load of these in to see how much power this gives us. I mean, it does look absolutely massive, but to be honest, in real life they are massive. That's why they're called wind farms and solar farms, because obviously they are expensive to run, but the power that they produce is less. But obviously what I just said makes no sense, but it's better for the world. I mean, it's saving on coal. What's that? 225, 241. So we should be able to shut this now, and that is running. So we can go ahead and shut this, and we can see how far this graph goes down. Awesome. So it's producing a 55.6 extra. We'll go ahead and delete that. Actually, saying that, how much was it when it turned on? Okay, minus 1,200. Minus 3,950, so it is very, very expensive to do that, guys. But obviously, for the city, it's beneficial. I wonder if you can upgrade these roads. No. Shame. Right, so we've got to deal with the pollution that's over here, because there will be a tiny, tiny bit. And then obviously we do need an industry district. So we can go ahead and pause time, because this is going to cause a lot of problems with our folks complaining. Go ahead and delete all of this. Yeah, delete all of it. So high density. I think we're going to have it coming out from here, because obviously, I mean, we could even have an avenue. Wouldn't that make more sense? Because if you think about it, it's going to be quite a busy area. Obviously it's full with industry, so yeah, we can go all the way out there as well. Oh, is it worth us having? I don't think we'll have that one there. I think what we'll do there is have that running. Ooh. I don't know what I want to do from here. Not gonna lie. I'm just trying to think of the traffic it's going to cause. I mean, we could get rid of this. Have this as industry, and then not quite sure how these roads work, not gonna lie. Right, so we can do a diagonal one maybe? No, that's going to cause a lot of traffic on that road. We want it going the other way really, don't we? that's not going to work. I mean, that one can pretty much be a straight line, couldn't it? Do you know what? We're going to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of these damn parks because they're in the way. But then this leaves this part empty. Do you know what? I'm gonna play. Things are gonna go down. I mean, look at that, minus £2 grand. Oof. Just shows how much they were giving us. We're gonna do that, but here we are going to put trees. The trees also helps prevent air pollution travelling to other parts of the city as well. Go ahead and add trees all around here. Okay, so we can go ahead and delete all these roads now, because obviously they were left over from the wind farm area. Oh, I wonder if you can... No. Damn. Trying to be smart. Okay. Oh, let's check our bin status actually. 1,415 bins are being collected of garbage. And if you look at the amount of recycling we have, 5,674. I mean, it is definitely worth having a recycling centre. And obviously it does prove to you how big your city needs to be in order to just have 3 garages of garbage trucks. I mean, I would usually start off a city having absolutely tons. I'd literally max it out, but obviously I've proved myself wrong. I'm going to turn off the incinerator and wait for these both to be filled up. Not quite sure what we're going to put here. We could even plop down a trade HQ. So what a trade HQ allows us to have is better communication. Better communication? I don't mean better communication, I mean better sales. So obviously things here will sell for more, which is going to be absolutely incredible. This should give us, what does this say? Trade HQ. So it does have upgrades on it. So we have electronics division, local access granted, trade port processor, TV and computer storage lots at trade port. Local access granted, trade port, coal, raw ore, metal and alloy storage modules at the trade port. And then, okay, so that's at the trade port. Oh, right, okay, so that's all about upgrading the trade port. If we look here, processor factory, that's what we need. Oh, excuse me. So these are all things that, like the processor factories, for example, and the trading areas, they will be incorporated within. Oh, they will be incorporated within Norwich Hills city, only because obviously it's going to be a huge mining city. I believe it's got all 3. I mean, if we just come out of it now, yeah, it's got all 3. It's got oil, raw ore, and coal. So we will literally have no residents over there. We will strictly, I mean, we might have just a few just to provide workers for the actual areas, but we will literally ravage that city of all of its materials. And then once we've done that, we will, or during that I guess you could say, we will, oh cool, you can change your region, I didn't know that. Oh, we've got 112,000 people in this one, that's awesome. We've even got more space to do it with as well. I mean, we haven't even maximised a lot of our space. It just goes to show how much you could fit into one square. It is a bit of a shame that you can't obviously go out to the cities and like connect the cities, for example. That's a bit of a shame, but I'm wondering why there's not one over there neither. A bit weird. But yeah, that city over there, Norwich Hills, will purely be for extracting stuff, and then obviously we'll put down pressure washer. Why the hell was I going to say pressure washer? It's bloody weird. I was going to put down a processor factory, and then obviously we can start making TVs, computers, stuff like that, in order to sell them for even more money. And then obviously certain things, for example, like crates of processors, tons of alloy and plastic, metal, crude oil alloy, fuel alloy computers, metal alloy TVs. So I mean, they all lead to the great work sites. So this city will solely be pushing into there. That one's going to bring the tourists, and this one's going to be where everyone lives in the region. So obviously everyone who works in these two cities will come from here. Hopefully, that's the aim. So we're going to go ahead and go back here, because obviously there's problems somewhere. Some buildings do not have enough workers to operate. Make sure there are enough workers able to get to these workplaces. Okay, that might be due to the fact that we've got so much industry. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's purely because we've got more industry. That is just solely a matter of waiting for more people to come to the city in order to live and work. Obviously, the more people who come, we need to get rid of that one. The more people who come to the city, the more these places will want to upgrade into bigger skyscrapers, and allow these people, for example, to upgrade into skyscrapers too. So it's all opportunity indeed. I'm not sure there's that much we can do. If we research something else, maybe. I don't know what else we could research. Obviously engineering. Clean coal generator. Grants approval from the clean coal generator module for the coal power plant. Okay. Clean oil generator. Surgical centre. Detective wing. And the space centre. Great works. Grants approval for the space centre. Great works for the region to be built. Okay. We might look for an upgrade on the university, and then once we get the upgrade, we're going to go and get the School of Science. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, some student. So we can go ahead and add some more dormitories. I don't know why I can't add them onto there. So here we go. Because we do want as many people going to university as possible. It's going to help us out a lot. I think that park's going to get in the way, if I'm honest with you. Okay, 3 out of 3, that's cool. We can go ahead and put the School of Science around here, maybe. Yeah, I think we will go for have more university students attend class per day to reach your next level upgrade threshold. Get your students down to business when attending by students increases commercial profits across the city. Okay. Is there anything in here that actually requires business? Science, science. That one's the Gen 1. No, 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 no. So business is purely just to increase the business in your cities, which is quite cool, to be honest. But yeah, we'll go ahead and wait for, as you can see, a lot more people are going to school. There we go, instant upgrade, love it, absolutely love it. Upgrade, and then we can go ahead and add the School of Science. If we go ahead and extend it out like that. No? Okay. Go ahead and delete that then, and we'll have it on the main road, because why not? I mean, all students have to do is just walk across there. I'm sure they're not that lazy. So we can go ahead and delete all that. And then maybe if we delete that park, we can have maybe the School of Law and Medicine, because I think that's more important than business at the moment. So obviously a lot of people are actually going to school now. In fact, we might even have to upgrade straight away. But we are going to research this one, the solar farm. Only because I want to see how much cheaper it is to having 3, 6, 7, 8. I mean, what? 8, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 turbines that is costing me minus 4 grand an hour. That is a lot. Whereas solar farms, obviously, they produce a lot more power. I can tell you that purely because it's higher up the level. Nuclear. Imagine having nuclear. In fact, we might even go for nuclear in that city, because I mean, why not? I've never dealt with nuclear power before. It's huge, or it can be huge. So, might be worth. In fact, I'm thinking maybe we might have like all the energy in. Once we've completely mined into the hills of Norwich Hills, it might be worth having like all the power, water and sewage go to that city, or go to and come from that city. So obviously all the energy will come to this city, all the sewage will go out to that city, and all the water will be pumped from here to here. So that might be an interesting idea and something to look forward to. In terms of, we're still in the red per hour, but I mean I'm not too fussed about that at the moment. This one still needs to. I mean, we're not earning that much. So, did we delete one? I think we did, didn't we? If we had like another alloy lot, maybe. See how that goes. So I think alloy actually sells some more. Yes. So alloy sells for more. So obviously, the more alloy we're going to sell, the more trade daily profit we're going to make. And obviously the more we do in this city, the less we're going to have to do over there. Not really sure what more I can do in this city. I mean, we could. What's that? Minus 1,700. Current one's costing me 3,500, so we might as well instantly plot that one down. We'll put it there. And we'll see what we can add. Bloody hell, this one gives us. So what's it currently got? It's got 4 police cars and 50 jail cells. So I mean, we can instantly delete. I know, it's going to cause a hell of a riot with criminals, but as much as I hate doing it, it's going to have to happen. Crime will go up, but obviously they will come from this police station, so that's awesome. Then we got jail cells, which we can add to the sides, which we don't currently need. Police precinct sign, police dispatching tower. I mean, can we add that to the top of the? No, unfortunately not. It's like a police HQ / prison, I guess. Crime prevention centre. Take a proactive approach to crime fighting by sending officers to schools, parks, and more to teach kids to the value of taking the fight out of crime. I mean, I think we should probably stick that on there. Yeah, I mean, we've got 4 available, so we can have 2 detective wings and 2 crime prevention centres. I'm not really sure we need 2 though. I'm not sure why that's like that. It's just a tad bit weird. I mean, it means it's bigger and better, I guess. Just for the sake of having more police units, we will add maybe 2, just to stop people from stealing stuff. The farther your signal goes, the further your signal goes, the better. Use the dispatch tower to help your patrol cars respond to crimes in progress instantly. Oh, nice. Go ahead and add that to the front then. I keep accidentally pressing my mouse, it goes faster. I'm not sure we're going to need more jail cells at the moment, but they give us 70, so it's definitely worth doing this. Saying that though, it has gone down massively, but it's the same price. it is the same price, and we've got more cars. We've got 16 cars, and we've got literally 50 jail cells, but we've got a bigger and better area. I mean, we've even got a detective wing, crime prevention unit. I mean, it does come with a crime prevention van, which might be that one. Well, see, that's going to get it down even better. So I mean, it's absolutely lovely. I mean, happiness is only going to go up from here. I mean, we're going to have to get rid of some of these buildings because they are causing us a lot of hell. This part of the city, to be honest, is really frustrating me. Happiness. If we go on here, where's the closest? So it might even be worth just scrapping this area of the city. Yeah, do you know what I'm going to do? Because it's costing me more money than it is actually. I don't think I've got any big buildings around here. We might even just cut it off to just get rid of this area here, because I do not like it at all. These commercial buildings do not work at all, and obviously with the people in them, in the residential areas, they'll then complain about shops not being in the area, and I can't be dealing with that if I'm honest, guys. So we're going to go ahead and demolish it all. Oh, a little bit less there. Okay, so we can go ahead and get rid of all this. So I do not want anything on there like that. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of this, get rid of that. Okay, so that's taken the population down to, when it loads, it's gone down about 30,000 people. But I mean, it's okay, guys, honestly. People are going to be more happier, especially commercial, because obviously they're going to stop asking for freight, which is going to be good. I mean, if I go into commercial, these are the main commercial zones. We might even get rid of that one as well. But we've got one here, stretched along there, one there, one there, one there, and a little bit here, and a little bit here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 places in our city that we have commercial. Don't know why that's there. No, that's why it's there, 'cause it's got a little space. Yeah, 8,000 people. Sorry, what was I saying? 8,000 people? There's only 8 places in a city full of like 115,000, or you could say 88,000 people. So, I mean, it just goes to show you don't need to plaster commercial around your city. You only need just a tad. So, oh Christ, everyone was full. Right then, we best go. Let's start adding these onto the back. No, we can add them to the top as well. I didn't know that. Okay, so that might just purely because we had 2 police stations. I think we already had like 70 criminals anyway, but that should start getting the crimes down, because if you look at the crime area where they are high, I mean this is a high residential over here. 12 criminals over there, 13 criminals there, 13 criminals there. Oh, right, okay, so we have an earthquake. Not sure where it is. Usually see ripples in the ground. Oh, right, straight in the centre. That is going to take out all of these. So we haven't got that many buildings that are important around here. For example, a medical centre. It's literally just people. So that's fine. That's fine, that's... Oh, there was a garden there. Get rid of that one. Is there any more? Or is that it? Oh Christ, the road is down. Alright, houses on fire as well. I'm just going to get rid of that road because obviously it's causing more people, more traffic being held at that junction. I mean, we could. Oh, just actually hit myself in the face. That's not very good. We could just add it there. So obviously that is a natural junction anyway. Oh right, so the fires can make it out to these two, which is not so terrible. This one might go down as well. The problem is when they are bigger buildings, they do tend to take longer to put out, and obviously fire engines can't get to the top levels. Ooh, we are going down major. So obviously that will be because we've lost about 35,000 people in our city. So, I mean, it's literally just a matter of making sure we get the people back. One abandoned building somewhere is there. Building fire. That's fine and dandy. It's all about catering for the people's happiness. So 84% overall. Angry kids weren't able to go to class. I'm not accepting that. There's loads of school buses about. We need some work. Didn't like the kids couldn't go to school. Raise the value of our land. So just normal. Not enough shoppers around. That's fine. Could use some freight shipments. I don't know why they're saying that, because there's loads and loads of freight shipments over here. Freight businesses. Freight shipments are profitable. And that one says the same thing. We have no medium tech industries though, which is a bit weird. No, I guess it's fine. So hopefully if we let time run, we will find that this figure will go back up. And I believe, guys, that is everything for this city. The idea of this city was literally, like I was saying, to get this whole area up and running to make sure that it is in a stable state to suit to provide money to Trinity Hills over there and then Norwich Hills over here for the industry area, and ready so we can plop massive amounts of avenues down. And because obviously this stretch alone would cost about 50 grand just to put it all the way down there, and obviously having about £1 million going straight over to that city will be amazing, absolutely amazing, and it will help a lot. In this city obviously we've got a university, so and we've also got a lot of town halls, a lot of town hall upgrades. So that is regional upgrades, and everything in these cities, these three cities that we'll have, they will contribute to all the regions. So if you have like a university over here, the students from here and here will travel to this city. Oh, Trinity Point, sorry, not Trinity Bay. The police officers from this city can also go to these cities. So it's not like you need a police HQ in every single one. In fact, if it's costing you too much an hour, you could have a police precinct in here, a hospital over here, and maybe a fire station over here, and then literally just send. I'm pretty sure if you send all of them over there, that will mean that they are patrolling your city and that city. I'm not sure though, so I'll have to check that one out. But that's what I think happens. Wellness van, add a wellness centre to a hospital. So we've got 10 ambulances, 5 fire trucks, hook and ladder, hazmat truck, fire marshal, fire helicopter. So I mean, the fire station is actually can be expanded quite massively, to be honest. So I think you can have quite a few of these, quite a few of these, quite a few of these, and quite a few of those just dotted about. Oh, not. I think it's 2 helicopters you can have. I'm not sure though. But yeah, literally everything that you have in these 3 cities will contribute towards the region. So if you have a university here and it researches something, it will unlock it here as well. If you have a town hall that's unlocked everything, you won't need to unlock it in these 2 cities. When we go over to here, what we can do is just plop down the tourism one and then the transportation one, and then we won't have to worry about this one at all, because we'll have all of the upgrades for the town hall. In terms of the great works, I think I'm going to try and work towards the space centre, because I think it looks the coolest, and if I'm not right in saying, it looks like one of the hardest to build. I mean, they all cost the same, apart from that one. But in terms of providing energy, I mean, it's boring. It's boring just having to work towards energy and then having like water to still worry about and stuff. So I don't think I'll go for that. We could go for the airport, because obviously we could focus on having this city be tourist, or just eventually all of them being tourist cities. But I think that is more for if we was to do like another series, then we could have like the massive towers, what are they called? Omega towers. And then we could literally just have loads of people coming from the international airport to go to these mega towers. And then the archaeology idea takes away the whole fact of having a city, in my opinion. So I've never done that one. I think the only one I have done is the solar farm. But yeah, I mean, one day we might, on maybe another series. Maybe we'll do 4 Let's Plays, or maybe we'll just do like a once we've finished this sort of introduction Let's Play, we'll do another one in the future, and do one with like, because you can have one massive region, or like you could even say one county that is split into 4 regions that has 4 cities each, and then the 4 cities can contribute towards these, and then I believe all of them contribute towards the whole county. Not too sure about that one though. So as you can tell, we are increasing in population. Things are getting happier. Oh, look at the traffic, man. Look at the traffic. Awful, awful, awful. As I predicted, a lot of people are coming from the main road into here. Lots of people taking the trick road down here to work, which is what I would do, to be honest. Probably drive through the top roads all the way down. I mean, that's probably quicker than taking you down here straight to work. The idea of having this such a big space, eventually all the industries will have that sort of sized building. And if we go on to, not population, is it workers? I can't remember. Oh yeah, here's this one. So if you click that one, 563 workers working in that one factory alone, 326 in this one. And then obviously 4 workers, 4 workers, 6 workers, 7 workers, 7 workers, 5 workers, 4 workers, 4 workers, 4 workers, 5 workers. So, I mean, having these huge factories does actually give more room for more residential, to be honest, and more growth within the city, because obviously it's giving you more work, which is absolutely incredible. Has our university upgraded it? No, not yet. It's a shame. 400 students yesterday. Okay. Might be worth taking. I did upgrade this just a tad. We'll take those 2 off. And that gives us 1,800 capacity. And if they're teaching 400 a day, we don't even need that, to be honest. So that's going to take off some of the education. I think it was like 1,000 that took off. Jesus. Spending loads on education. Oh, this will be a reason as to why we're spending more on education though, and as to why this is bigger, because obviously we've plopped down university expansions. This one's, ooh, it's very, very close. We'll see if we can do it in this episode. Fortunately, it doesn't look like we are going to, because everywhere's closed. I mean, I don't know when the new day starts though. It's 6 AM now, so. There's a huge traffic problem. We might have to worry about getting like an airport into this city at some point, because if we click on the roads, huge congestion, and as you can imagine, 92,000 people, and 24 buses throughout the whole city. That's nowhere near going to be enough to counter for all those people. Obviously, you got the passion people are driving. That's sickness. It's a bit weird. Haven't had that throughout the whole series. Germs. There isn't any problems with germs, so that's fine. I don't know why they could be sick, I'm not going to lie. Because all of this is clean. I mean, you could pick it up from the dump, but maybe the sewage, but it's a treatment plant, so it's not going to produce much. Or maybe the fumes from the bus. I mean, what is this? Tong Palace? Sorry, Tong Place. Pathfinder efficiencies. So they're not businesses, so they're not going to be producing much germs. Oh no, I forgot to add parks in there, didn't I? There we go, I should stop moaning about that now. That's going to be all for today's episode, guys. Next episode, we will literally be moving over to Trinity Point. Is it called? Trinity Point. Let's just double check that. I want to get it right, because that's going to be our next city. Trinity Point. Obviously, it won't be called Trinity Point when we go over there. We'll rename it, but thank you very much for watching, guys. Please do remember to comment, like, and subscribe to let me know whether you're liking these SimCity Let's Play episodes as much as I do making them. Obviously, throughout this Let's Play, you will have the knowledge to build your own city, hopefully, in SimCity or City Skylines, because obviously you can take the same methods away and apply it to that game. But thank you very much for watching, guys. Until next time, peace out.